I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, this is Mark Meriday from the Original Sports Podcast with Mark Meriday and the Barbershop Crew, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick with Danny, and we all love Danny.
Well, I'm not so sure we all love Danny, but good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, October 1st, and I am your host, Danny Gurry. Goodness gracious, October is here. It is very hard to believe this year has gone by so fast, especially the last month or two. I don't know what exactly has happened there. Let's get to what is happening on today's show. We're going to have Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. They'll have your local news, weather, and sports. Plus, we'll go over what's happening in Frederick this week and this weekend, plus a couple of events you're going to want to pin for future. We got a new segment, Tech Tip Tuesday, with Ash. Oh, I missed hanging out with the Harlem Wizards. I did that yesterday. I'm going to recap that for you. The Harlem Wizards were in town to promote their game coming up in November, which is a great, great time for the whole family. And then we get to Tech Tip Tuesday with Ash from 34 Blast. Of course, that is my husband. So he's doing a tech tip each week. Eldercare Expo and Caregivers Conference is here tomorrow and Thursday. You do not have to register for the Eldercare Expo, but you can register for the Caregivers Conference, which is tomorrow. You get free lunch, and there's no fee. They just want to know how many people are coming. And then I have an interview with Pastor Neil Suters, which is awesome. He is with Salem Community Church in Wolfsville, Myersville. Now, you want to buy all the merch because, of course, when you purchase the merch, proceeds from our merch sales will go to Christmas Cash for Kids. Starting on Thursday, I will have some of the fleece that just came in will be available. And I think my ornaments and long sleeve shirts should be in by Friday. So that'll be awesome. And we'll have them there for you so that you can purchase them. And if you just want to help out, but you don't want a wearable, then you can buy a sticker or a magnet or one of the tumblers, which is great for your coffee or keeping a drink cold. And all of the proceeds from those will go to Christmas Cash for Kids. All right. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We didn't make our goal. Wah, wah. We're at like 958. So would still like to get to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can do that in the next week or so. And if you're a new subscriber and you're just joining, well, welcome. And if you're like, hey, I was forced to subscribe and I don't know what this show is all about, then it is all about you, really. If you're in Frederick, Maryland, if you like Frederick, Maryland, maybe you like someone who lives in Frederick, Maryland, and you want to know what it's all about, well, that's what this show is for. We talk to local businesses, nonprofits. We go to events. We give you a rundown of what's happening so that you know what's happening right in your community. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and just want to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. All right, let's get this show started today. Well, we do like to give you prizes every now and then, and we've got some that we can give you now. You can just text our text line. Oh, I didn't fix that, but anyway. We've got the 5 Maryland lottery scratch offs. We've got, so you just have to text MDL to win those. Our text line is 888-465-2944. You can text 24/7. Random people are selected each week to win these prizes. You can win more than once. I don't really care, to be honest. 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs every week. MDL 888-465-2944. Or the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket that is good through June of 2025. You're going to text TREE to 888-465-2944. And hopefully you can win that as well. They have that awesome Trek or Treat where you trick or treat through the trees. And we're proud to be a sponsor of one of the platforms there. We're going to be providing some candy and decorate and do all sorts of fun stuff there at Tree Trekkers. And that is coming up very shortly. All right. I know I think just Bob is here. Oh, they're both here. Look at that. Okay, hang on. We're going to get going with Chris and Bob. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good. He doesn't have
I'm
his
sorry.
microphone.
I'm sorry. Did I have that playing? I apologize. Total mistake on my part. I'm a Mets fan, just in case nobody noticed. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Good morning, Danny. How are you?
I'm great. How was your day off yesterday?
Oh, it was wonderful. I don't know if you know this or not. I know we're Facebook friends, but I might have posted it once or twice. The New York Mets are in the playoffs. Bob doesn't seem as excited as me.
Because they're not the Orioles. That's why. The Orioles are playing today at 4:08.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So you got to chill out and watch, hey?
I wouldn't say I was able to chill out during the game because I took my week's worth of blood pressure pills just in 2 innings alone. By the way, I need a refill. To my wife, if you're listening, please call the pharmacy for my blood pressure medication. But yes, I was able to watch the game, so I was happy about that.
Very, very good. Well, we're happy for you.
Hey, Dan, we got somebody, and you probably have already had this person on, but we had him on the air this morning. Chris Hall. You know who Chris Hall is, right?
I do.
Yes, and what a fascinating young man. I say a young man because everybody's younger than I am. But, he's been handed, and I said this earlier, I said from Jacob Engelbrecht's diaries to John Ashbery to Paul and Rita Gordon to John Fiesler, now to Chris Hall. He is he's the mantle holder for history in Frederick County and Frederick City.
He is. Actually, I went to elementary school and high school with Chris Hall, known him most of my life, actually. I just interviewed him a few days ago. We're going to have that on, I think, late this week or early next week. It is fascinating. He has always loved history, but he has a near photographic memory. And so when you're walking anywhere or talking about anything, he can interject a fact about what it is. And it's really unbelievable. And he just is very passionate about the history. So it's awesome.
I wish I had that.
Me too.
I can't. Who's the guy in the blue hat? I don't. how bad my memory is.
He's an amazing person. I got to tell you, I learned so many things about him. We had a listener who actually texted a question. But a few listeners texted a few questions, but one of them specifically asked if the Fredericktown Mall used to be a German camp POW, and right away Chris was able to answer the question. He said no, actually over in Camp Hill Road where the Weiss is. That used to be a German POW camp, which is why it's called Camp Hill. I mean, he's just amazing, full of amazing knowledge about the area.
Oh, tons of knowledge. And I love how he has a couple like Frederick History 101 classes that you can do. And you will then look at Frederick so differently because you'll actually know why things are named the things they're named. And it just takes on this whole new meaning. And really just shows how ingrained in history this area is.
Yep, he has got one of those coming up. He also is a friend of Mount Olivet. I mean, that's kind of who his employer is, and it was interesting. He talked about a group that helps clean the monuments, and they're called Stoners.
Yeah.
And Frank Mitchell already wanted to sign up, but we told him it wasn't that kind of a stoner. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's
fascinating.
Really cool.
Fascinating of, then we mentioned, and you grew up here, I grew up here, how maybe we kind of take for granted the history that surrounds us.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
And we've got all this influx of new people coming to Frederick that probably have no idea at all about some of this. And I do think it's so important for people. And this is when we talk about and what's happening every day with the events that are going on, there are always great tours, walking tours, self-paced, guided. We have so many talented organizations, Heritage Frederick, that can lead you through our downtown area and the outskirts so you can know more about what's happening here.
Yep, absolutely.
Very cool.
Now, how lucky are we to have people like John Ashbury, now Chris Hall, to carry on the tradition of the history of our great community.
Well, John's been here since the early 1800s, so it's a one.
Wait, was he the one on the boat with George Washington when they crossed the Delaware? He wasn't that. He wasn't the boat captain.
He was the wheel guy. He was the one pedaling the wheel. So yeah.
Oh boy, not here to defend himself. It's all good though. It's all good.
We love John. We love John.
I know. So Chris, what is happening locally? Anything?
Yeah, a good amount of things actually happening locally besides the Mets, which is not local, being in the playoffs. The Frederick County Health Department will be offering flu vaccinations at no cost to children 6 months through 18 years of age. And 18 years of age really isn't children, but okay. Who do not have health insurance, have health insurance does not cover the cost of immunizations, or who are FCHD encourages all Frederick County residents to get the flu vaccination this season. Flu vaccines are readily available in our community, so the health department will continue to prioritize children who are uninsured or who do not have a medical home. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater and Council President Brad Young issued a statement on the death of former Board of County Commissioner David Gray. We are saddened to learn of the passing of David Gray. He devoted decades to serving our community, not only on the board county commissions, but also on a wide range of boards and councils. David led the board of county commissioners with grace, civility, and real passion for Frederick County during his final.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Did he do that? You know what? So real quick, another thing that we talked about yesterday, and I think maybe you probably would talk about it, and that is the fact that they have Narcan. They're putting a Narcan vending machines around Frederick County. They have them in Thurmont. They're looking to put them in Brunswick, and they're just going to have free doses of Narcan in them. I'm kind of ambivalent about this one because if you're a drug dealer and you're like, okay, hey, try your heroin, here's a free dose of Narcan to go along with it. And he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it's
not
interesting.
sure how I feel about that either.
Yeah, the young lady who runs our board, she has it in her car because she was a lifeguard, and she's like, I can administer it. I'm trained in it. Other people, I'm just not sure yet. I mean, if you can save somebody's life, yes. But I also believe that it gives somebody an opportunity to try a drug and think that they'll be okay. And I don't know. And the ramifications, I know there's the Good Samaritan laws and stuff, but it's still, it's a slippery slope for me.
It is a slippery slope. It really is. And I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to. Well, I think the cost involved, like we're spending the money there. I would love to know, like, how long that's going to be there, how much money we had, and I don't know.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, you're back.
Well, I better try this again quickly before I get booted off here. But I'll start from the beginning here. Man, I was doing so good, too, on pronouncing words. I'm so proud of myself. The Frederick County Health Department will be offering flu vaccinations at no
We got
cost.
all that. We got all that. You were at David Gray.
All right. So here we go. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater and Council President Brad Young issued the following statement on the death of former Board of County Commissioners President David Gray. We are saddened to learn of the passing of David Gray. He devoted decades to serving our community, not only on the Board of County Commissions, but also on a wide range of boards and councils. David led the Board of County Commissioners with grace, civility, and a real passion for Frederick County. During his final term in office, he was often the voice of reason, standing up for residents, for open and transparent government, and for doing the right thing. David's character rose above politics. He will be missed. The Frederick County flag at Winchester Hall will be flown at half-staff now through Sunday, September 29th, in memory of Mr. Gray. And Bob did a great job talking about him on the Morning News Express a few days ago.
All right, there you go. In sports, it was last night football. Detroit scored 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 more in the air. Jared Goff, who had 0 incompletions on the night, 18 for 18, and went on to beat the previously unbeaten Seattle Seahawks by a score of 42-29. Sad news out of the world of sports. Pete Rose, baseball career, of course, undermined by his historic achievements and his Hall of Fame dreams because of gambling, was passed away at the age of 83. Dikembe Mutombo, Basketball Hall of Famer, one of the best defensive players in NBA history, also passed away at the age of 58. High school action yesterday, Middletown over Walkersville. Girls soccer, it was Oakdale over Linganore, Middletown over Walkersville in overtime, 2-1. Field hockey yesterday, Tuscarora Downs Brunswick, 1-0. Volleyball winners, Middletown, Linganore, MSD, Tuscarora, Smithburg. And finally, we have the Orioles in action. Wild card action begins tonight at 4 p.m. And, oh, yeah, by the way, the Mets won and are in the wild card division. They won 8-7. There you go. Had to put that in there for Chris because he's crying and whining. Not at all.
All right. How about our weather?
All right. So, well, I'll tell you what, weather, Danny, Bob, rain, and more rain. As of today, early, right, we have rain, high around 65 today. Tonight, cloudy skies, again, slight chance of a rain shower, low 59. And take a look tomorrow. Danny, I'm going to have you take a guess. What's tomorrow look like?
I wish it wasn't rain, but I'm going to say rain.
You got it. Few showers early with overcast skies later in the day, high of 69. Tomorrow night, slight chance of rain, a rain shower, low of 56. And it looks like, just looking at the weather real quick, the rest of the week looks like partly cloudy skies. Sunday, it looks like we'll actually get sunny skies again. So there we go. Hang in there, folks. We're almost there.
All right. So we got to Sunday to look forward to.
Sounds like fun to me. And, oh, by the way, happy birthday to my wife from yesterday. She turned the baby.
Yes. We missed the big announcement on the show.
Yes.
I know. That's okay.
Happy birthday, Linda.
Because our contract now contract says, that Chris and I are only, we went into negotiations only Tuesday through Friday now.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what we're going to do.
That is exactly
our president of the Teamsters says we're going to walk out here soon, if we don't get our days cut. So there you go.
All right. Well, you guys have a great day. I will see you later.
Good morning, Frederick.
Good morning. All right. I want to thank them so much. YouTube, I guess they got fans of Chris and Bob. I'm big fans of them as well. So I'm glad you guys enjoy that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick. We're going to hang out with the Harlem Wizards. We got your Tech Tip Tuesday and the Eldercare Expo and Caregivers Conference is coming up. Plus, Pastor Neil Suters. Oh, my goodness, we got a packed show. Let's keep it rolling. Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams of Yes, it's now time to talk about what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It is Taco Tuesday. You get 20% off 3 tacos all day long. You can find Taco Bar in West Point Plaza on Route 40, right between 40 and alternate 40, that little section of V, that area right between the two roads. Tacos, you can get steak, chicken, al pastor, carnitas, and fish tacos. How about if you're a vegan? Well, there are options for you as well. And if you're feeling a little bit on the wild side, try the beef tongue and small intestine tacos. You can get all the details, more information at tacobar1.com. And if you want to know what is happening in this great area of ours, you have to go to the Everything Frederick calendar, which you can find at promocircus.com. Click on Everything Frederick Live and then calendar of events. You want to click on the agenda tab so that you can see everything day by day, hour by hour when it begins. You can see every single day. We have 50 to 60 events every single day. I've got a lot of the library events on here as well. And of course, you can pick up all the details. I will be adding more of the high school sports as well. It's hard to keep up with all this stuff. All right, this Wednesday, cocktails and conversations at the home of Everything Frederick. That, of course, the shop located at 401 North Market Street. You've seen it on the show. Now come on in and see it for yourself. 5 to 7 this Wednesday. We gather, we chat, we have a good time. You'll meet new people. It's not overly crowded, which is what I love about it. In fact, we all get to sit down and chill out and just chat with one another, and it's a great time. So cocktails and conversations this Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m. On Thursday, it is the very last Alive at 5, the very last one. The Learned Doctors are playing this Thursday. You have to be 21 and up to get in, of course. There's food trucks, and it's at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater, and all your beverages are $6 each, except for water. That, of course, is free. And then let's see, Friday. What is anything good happening Friday night? The Wadada Leo Smith, a tribute to Lester Bowie, is happening October 4th at New Spire Arts Stages. Tickets are available for you. You can pick them up. That is at 8 p.m. on Friday night. Then on Saturday, we have the Key City Foundation 5K Fun Run. That is happening Saturday morning at the Baker Park Bandshell Tally Center right there. You can check that out. If you want to register, there is a discount code GMF 5K 2024. Good Morning Frederick, GMF 5K 2024. If you'd like to get out there and run, support this organization. They support kids to play lacrosse free of charge. They supply equipment, the fields, the coaching, all that great stuff. So you can check out the Key City Foundation 5K Fun Run. That is this Saturday. And then also, let's see, it is First Saturday at the home of Everything Frederick from noon until 2. We have a fall fun craft. It is free for the kiddos, so bring them out from noon to 2. come hang out with us first Saturday at the Home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. And then on Sunday, the Home of Everything Frederick, of course, is open as well. And let's see, Trail of Jack-o'-lanterns trick-or-treating is happening at Green Meadows Petting Farm. You might as well get good use out of those costumes you've purchased. You can do that 6 to 10 at Green Meadows Petting Farm. Sorry about that. And you get to trick-or-treat amongst the trail that they have created. Also, coming up soon, mark your calendars, Canines on the Creek is October 26th from 2 to 5. I'd love to get them 100 dogs participating this year. And Second Chances Road Rally is coming November 2nd. We're going to have Barbara on tomorrow to tell you all the details about this fun visual scavenger hunt that's fun for the entire family. All right, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com or tag me on social or send me a Facebook message or something like that. All right, let's talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It's very simple. They're a full-service travel agency. They'll save you countless hours of online research. They have the relationships with the suppliers that will give you the best value and maybe even some perks or upgrades. And they monitor your bookings for any unexpected schedule changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntiethamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. The Harlem Wizards were in town yesterday to promote the matchup between them and the principals, plus other locals like the mayor, the chief of police, and more. It is the battle coming to FCC on November 9th. This is year 3. They have sold out year 1 and 2. The money raised from this game goes to support 3 local charities: the I-9 Sports Association, the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County, and City Youth Matrix. I got to tag along yesterday as they visited some of our local schools and got a little video for you. Here you go.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Fresh Prince.
And this Dragon.
We are both members of the world famous Harlem Wizards, and we're coming to town on November 9th. We're going to be playing against some of the principals from your very own school district.
Hey, we're going to be at Frederick Community College November 9th. Game will start at 6 p.m. Doors are open at 5 p.m.
Make sure you guys come out because remember, guys, it is a fundraiser for all of you. So the more of you guys come out, the more it goes back into your community. And I know you guys want to make that money. So if you want to see some of your principals get dunked on, crossed up, I'd advise you guys to be there. And also, remember, we love giving away free stuff. So if you guys want some free merchandise, come on out to the game.
Free?
Free.
You giving away free stuff?
I'm giving away a lot of free stuff.
How we going to make money?
Don't worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
You heard it, man.
Come out. It's going to be fun. Lots of music, lots of dancing, and free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? Come out to the game.
Principals do the gritty.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Ah, yes. The Harlem Wizards are going to be here November 9th at FCC. Get your tickets right now, harlemwizards.com for that. All right. Each week, we thought we'd give you a tech tip since so much is happening online with, computers being hacked and getting viruses and all of that good stuff. So welcome to Tech Tip Tuesday.
Hi everyone, welcome to the first edition of Tech Tips with Ashley from 34 Blast. My name's Ashley, I've been in the IT industry for over 30 years and I've picked up a thing or two over that time, and I'm here to impart my knowledge to help you stay safe with IT. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is how to avoid a scam call or scammers from taking your hard-earned cash or your reputation. It's essential to know that scammers are basically thieves. That's it. All they want to do is take stuff from you that they don't deserve. Let's dive into some of the tips and tricks to help you stay safe out there. Let's discuss some of the common types of scams that exist. There are the scam calls, which is a call that comes from a number you don't recognize, or impersonating an entity that they shouldn't be, such as the IRS, or Microsoft, or Google, or Apple, or so on and so forth, or your bank. They often try to create a sense of urgency. So you have to do it now. We need you to do it now. We don't want you to talk to people. We just want you to go and do what we need you to do. We need access to your computer. We need you to go to the bank and withdraw money and buy gift cards. That's all just the methods that they use to get you to lose your money and give it to them. For example, you might get a call claiming your computer has a virus. That never happens. And they need to fix it straight away. Or you receive a call saying you've won a prize and you need to pay a fee to claim it. If it sounds too good to be true, it generally is. My suggestions are caller ID. That's a very simple way. If it's not on your caller ID list, then basically you either don't answer the call or answer it and just drop them off straight away if you need to. If it's that urgent and it is from someone that is supposed to be contacting you, they'll call you back. No problem. Next is, don't share any personal information with whoever's on the phone call. I mean, sounds pretty simple, but for me, if I get a call from an unknown number and they say, hey, is this Ashley? I never say the word yes. And there's a reason for that. I say speaking, because yes, they can take that and potentially use that for other nefarious things down the track. AI is pretty great. We'll get to that in another series later down the track. If you're still not sure about what's going on, hang up the phone. Call them back. Call the bank. If it's the bank calling you, call the bank back and say, hey, I just got a call. They'll say, no, it's a scam. Or if it's someone, put it this way, if they say they're from Google, you know that's a scam. There's a reason for that. Go online and look up the phone number to contact Google. I can't find it, and I've been doing this for a long time. So Microsoft will never call you out of the blue unless you've opened a case with them. So it's very rare that you will actually get a call back from them. Next is obviously register with the Do Not Call registry. We have a national system to basically put yourself onto a Do Not Call list. So that takes out scammers, cold calls, all the rest of the stuff. Most smartphones come with built-in features to block unwanted calls. So let's go ahead and block them. The more we do it, Yes, they will change their numbers to different numbers and call you from different numbers because they're spoofing numbers. But you start building up that list, you'll end up filling up your list pretty quick. The next most important thing to do is trust your gut. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It's better to be, scammers use these high pressure, urgent tactics to try and get you to log into your bank on your computer or allow them access to your computer. And I'll show some pictures of things what's called scareware. They're advertisements that actually pop up on your screen saying your machine's infected and it's urgent that you call Microsoft now but they're scam calls. If you're not sure, you can always call a professional like me and we'll be able to make sure that you're not infected and not compromised. But whatever you do not call that number. If it's that urgent, they will call you and they won't. So, in conclusion, recognize the common types of scam calls and pop-ups on your screen. Use caller ID as much as you can. Never share your personal information. Hang up on these guys. They hate that, and I love hanging up on these guys. If it seems suspicious, it generally is suspicious. If it's the bank generally calling you, hang up from them and call the bank. Because at least you're initiating and you know where the call is going, not necessarily knowing where the call is coming from. Report the numbers. Report the numbers as much as you can. By following some of these tips, you can protect yourself and your family and your friends from falling victims of scams. Stay vigilant and don't let scammers take advantage of your hard-earned money. Because once it's gone, it's gone.
Yes. Any Cash putting that together for us. It's important to stay online and be careful. We're all connected to so many things. I know he got mad at me yesterday because I answered the phone, Danny speaking. I don't know. That's the way I do it. I know. But anyway, it's tough being married to an IT guy. All right, one more quick break. Then we're back with Eldercare Expo and Caregivers Conference and Pastor Neil Suters. They're all coming up right after this.
Cosmic Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmicHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
I don't know what's happening there. There we go. Located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They'll also take care of your windows and gutters and patios and decks. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. If you notice any leaking coming from the rain that we've been having or anything seems out of sort, please contact Sandra 301-703-2157. Again, or you can email her info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. When you hook her up, please let her know that Danny and Good Morning Frederick sent you. It's Danny. I want to tell you how amazing Zoom and Groomin' of Frederick and Rockville is. First, let's talk about convenience. It's so convenient that they come right to your door. Now, we've got 2 pets who get groomed each visit. We've got Remy, our daughter's cat, and he just gets a nail trim, which takes literally minutes. We tried clipping his nails a few times ourselves, but I'm afraid to cut too short. Then there's our girl, Callie. She's our high anxiety baby, always has been. And it's so great that I don't have to drive her anywhere because she gets really worked up before going to the other groomer. And I hated that she was kenneled before and after her groom. So with Zoom and Groomin', I go online, make an appointment, and I select the bath and blowout service for her. That includes her nail trim, which I love too. So she gets her nails, she smells so good, and the groomer comes right to our door, takes her, gets her bathed, and within about 20 minutes, she's back feeling great. Now you can make an appointment online at zoomandgrooming.com. Under locations, select Maryland and Frederick and Rockville. Zoom and Groomin', convenient, professional, perfect. You don't have to leave the house. Yo, God, there's nothing more convenient than not having to go to the groomer. All right, now we're going to talk about who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in Your Neighborhood is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Join them at Brunswick Railroad Days this weekend, October 5th and 6th, to sponsor your wreaths for both Park Heights and Old Berlin cemeteries. Remember, we had Michelle on from Pulling for Veterans, just $17 per wreath through Wreaths Across America. We need to raise money to get 225 wreaths for both of the cemeteries. At Old Berlin Cemetery, there are 5, I think, World War I veterans who have never had a wreath laid at their grave at the holidays. And we want to make sure that that happens. So please stop by and see Pulling for Veterans this weekend at Brunswick Railroad Days. We want to make sure every veteran at those 2 cemeteries has a wreath this December. The Elder Expo and Caregivers Conference have been keeping people informed about services and resources for the senior population for almost 30 years. It's at Frederick Health Village tomorrow and Thursday. I want you to make plans to go. And here are Christina, and they're going to tell us all about the great stuff happening at the event. Well, you know, here at Good Morning Frederick, we are all about making sure you're aware of what's happening locally. Today is no different. I've got Christina Forbes and Rayanne Butler, right? Is that, I got it. Yes, I can read. From the Elder Conference. Thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks, Danny.
All right. So we have this Elder Conference that's been happening for a while. Christina, do you want to tell us a little bit about how it came about?
Well, actually, that's a good question for Rayanne, who's been involved. This is our 29th year, Danny, and I think Rayanne's been involved from the beginning.
Oh, my goodness, Rayanne, you rock. That's awesome.
We started back in 1991. We've had a couple years where we did not have the Elder Expo, but this will be our 29th year this year.
That is unbelievable. Has it morphed and changed a lot over the years?
Significantly. I think the first year we might have had 100 or 200 people. We were at the high school downtown in Frederick, and we've been to schools, we've been to the fairgrounds, we've been to what used to be an event complex on Route 15.
Old Linfield.
So yes. This year we're excited to have it at Frederick Health Village.
That's very, very nice. What was the impetus behind starting an elder conference?
So the Elder Services Provider group is a group of businesses of varying different types who provide services and education and programs to seniors and families and caregivers and professionals in the area. And so it was developed to provide educational opportunity and networking for seniors to get to know who are the providers in Frederick County.
Yeah. And now, what is your attendance like now for the event?
We're expecting on Thursday for the Elder Expo, hopefully about 700 people to attend.
That is phenomenal. All right. So, Christina, give us the nitty gritty about the actual event itself. So, it is this Thursday.
Well, actually, Danielle, we actually have two events. So, Wednesday is our caregiver conference. A few years ago, we recognized that although we love giving our information to seniors, we were missing out on a really important demographic, and that's the people caring for them. So we expanded the event to include an evening before. So on Wednesday of this week, caregivers who have pre-registered can visit the expo, visit the vendors and the displays from 4 to 6 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., we have 3 amazing speakers who will provide information that we hope will give our caregivers some more tools that they have to sustain them in their journey. And then again, at Thursday, as Rayanne said, from 9 to 2, Expo is open to the public, and it is a great event for seniors, rising seniors, people who work with seniors, people who love seniors. It's broad, and we really want everyone to come and get information. It is a great way for people to get a lot of information in short order. 67 vendors will be there, in addition to various services like flu and COVID vaccines. Frederick Health is offering a number of screening services in addition to all of the vendors, plus free food.
Oh, well,
So-
well, you know that. I'll be there for the free food. Well, that's really wonderful. And look, I mean, as we all know, the population of seniors is exploding. It's going to be our largest population, as you know, the boomers. And I mean, I've got my mom living here. So I think a lot of us are kind of encountering being a member of this community. And I think it's really important to have this. Rayanne, what would you say for people who are caring for a senior or have parents that, you know, are currently independent but may need help? What would you say are like the top 2 or 3 things that they should be thinking about as their parents age?
Well, you know, not knowing where they're living or what their needs are, I think just the most important thing is seeking some resources and education about what all is out there and that it's available. There is a wealth of knowledge and experience here in Frederick County who can help anyone who might be wanting to, you know, assist an older adult as they're aging, whether they age in place in their home or if they're looking to move, that the home is not, you know, the safest or the most practical place for them to age in place. I think the biggest thing is reaching out to all of the resources that we have in Frederick County.
Yeah, agree 100%. And Christina, for you, what would you say if there was one thing you'd want people to know about these 2 events on Wednesday afternoon or evening and Thursday? What would you say if there was one thing people should know about them? What should that be?
That it's really worth their time. We know that our caregivers in particular are strapped and it's hard to make time, but this is worth it. As Rayanne said, getting information is the key, and the key is to get that information before you need it, right? When you are in crisis and things are falling apart, you're not thinking clearly, you don't have capacity. So come out to an event like this before you need the help, gather the information, talk to people, get information, network with your peers. It's a great opportunity to do that so that when and if the crisis happens, you've at least got a little bit of information. Hey, I met a lady, I remember she said, and that can really help you out. Just meeting 1 or 2 people. Our Frederick senior care community is incredibly collaborative. We all know one another. We all work well. We all play nice in the sandbox, and we are here to serve the people of Frederick. So if a person reaches out to just one person that they remember and met, that person is going to help connect them to other people who can help them. So coming out and making a connection is really important.
Well, I think that that's perfect advice. We will make sure that the website links are on screen for people who want to still register. Now, can they still register today for the caregivers event?
Yes, we know that caregivers make last minute decisions because they have to. So yes, they can. And
Okay.
just a note that there is no registration required for Expo. So Anybody can come to Expo. They don't need to sign up in advance. And I didn't mention, but we have 8 speakers on Expo Day as well, touching on things that will be of interest to seniors, caregivers, and professionals. So concurrent sessions throughout the day for people to get information. And that's all on the website if you link the website.
Excellent. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for making the time. We hope you have a wonderful couple of days, and I'm sure there will be hundreds and hundreds of people who will be so glad that they stopped out to see and get information for caring for or being an elder themselves. So thank you guys so much.
And thank you, Danny, for spreading the word.
All right. I want to thank them for joining us and for putting on these great events for our seniors. All right. Pastor Neil Suters recently landed at Salem Community Church in Wolfsville, and he couldn't be happier. He's now inviting you to a homecoming event coming up. It's family friendly with inflatables and a picnic style lunch. It's coming up October 13th. Let's meet Neil and see what Salem Community Church is all about.
1 North Market Street, the home of everything Frederick. I'm with Pastor Neil Suter.
Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Well, thank you, Danny.
Yes.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yes. So, mutual friend Marlene Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Asked me to reach out because you have a homecoming event coming up.
That's correct.
But tell me a little bit first about you and how long you have been a pastor and how long you've been in Frederick.
Okay. I've been in the ministry for 35 years.
Okay.
Most of that, though, was what we call bivocational, where I worked an outside job and pastored for part-time pay or no pay at all.
Right.
It's out of a passion. I originally am from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, and was living in Chambersburg last year and accepted the position at Salem Community Church as their new pastor.
Okay.
And moved down here November 30th of last year and started
so you're
work
still
December
a
1st.
newbie,
I'm still a
kind of
newbie,
Frederick.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think of Frederick?
I love Frederick because it's an eclectic group of businesses and people, and I mean the dining is off the roof, out of the roof. It's beautiful, great restaurants, shopping. It's like the luxuries of a big city as far as choices with the friendliness of a small town feel. It's really kind of neat.
It is kind of neat,
yes,
isn't it?
I like
yeah,
it.
that's why we love it here
Yes.
too. So where is Salem Community Church?
Salem Community Church is technically in Wolfsville.
Okay.
We have a Myersville address.
Gotcha.
But we're right on 17 between Myersville and Smithsburg, and a little community there of Wolfsville, and it's a great place to be.
Yeah.
It really is.
Very nice, very nice. So you guys are doing some outreach for a homecoming event.
We are.
And you're trying to reach out and find previous parishioners who may not have come back, maybe some new people who might want to find a new place.
People are looking.
Yes, absolutely. So tell me about this homecoming event.
Well, Danny, we, for the longest time, Salem had been part of the Evangelical United Brethren, and then more recently the United Methodist Church. And the church voted to disaffiliate and become a community church, which means they're independent. There's no denominational ties. We wanted to reach out to anyone who has been involved in the past, currently involved in the church, or is just looking for a church that still has family values and preaches the Bible, and come and see what's going on. So it's a homecoming. We're a chance for those who in the past have not been coming, but a chance to come back and just see how things are.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. What do you like about the non-affiliation? I mean, I'm assuming it kind of gives you a little bit of freedom.
That's the biggest benefit of it. Denominational churches, I'm not saying anything bad about them.
Sure.
When you're in a denomination, you have structure, you have support, you have a hierarchy of people that are giving you guidance as far as operational and governing of the church. Independent, you don't have that. Everything is done in-house. So we have more autonomy, more liberty and freedom, like you mentioned. The church can determine what we preach, how we govern ourselves, and it's more with the church council giving direction and the church body voting to approve what we do.
That's
so
kind of nice,
it is,
though.
It is
the people in
neat.
the community actually have the voice.
It is.
To,
People in the church, yes.
Yeah,
it is.
To support what they'd like in their neighborhood, which is great.
Right.
How many parishioners do you guys have there right now? Do you keep a count like that?
I keep a spreadsheet. We keep it in the newsletter. Well, not newsletter. We keep it in a Dropbox file.
Sure.
When I guess in July, when the last pastor left, they're averaging about 55 people on a given Sunday, and in sanctuary, probably another 15 to 20 on Zoom. Now we're averaging about 95 in attendance and 35 on Zoom.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, it's pretty exciting, but people say you shouldn't keep track of numbers.
Yeah.
And while numbers aren't of value, there's a book in the Bible dedicated to numbers. So it's important to God. And I just, people evaluate a ministry's strength by their feet and their pocketbooks. If they're giving, they support it, and if they're attending, they support it. So it's like,
Yeah, it is just kind of nice to know where you've started to where you're going, and
But one thing I've found, Danny, is the people have said there's a very good spirit in the church now. The church is, when they walk in, it's alive, it's energetic. They can feel almost a palpable energy level that it's just refreshing to them.
Well, that's the most important part, right?
I had a seminary professor that told me it's a sin to make the Bible boring. And I take it one step further. I think it's a sin to make church boring.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want to have a ruckus where you're borderline, rebellion towards God or whatever, and everything goes. But at the same time, with what we have going for us, we should be the most excited people in the world.
We should.
We should. So that's what I do. I want to make sure I go out every Sunday morning. I walk around sanctuary and shake everyone's hand before church starts. Get to know the visitors and by name and whatnot. And we just have a very friendly atmosphere.
We like that.
We do.
Kind of mirrors what we have right here in Frederick as a county as well. We like that too.
We want people to feel welcome.
Yes. So if there are people who are looking to come back to the church or try you guys for the first time, what's the easiest way for them to get in touch?
Check with our website.
Okay.
Our website is salemchurchwolfville.org.
Okay.
And they can find out what's happening, events, newsletter articles. They can check past sermons and see if they like how I preach, my preaching style.
Okay.
And there's a lot going on the website there, so we they can find us that way. Probably the easiest way. salemchurchwolfville.org.
Oh, we like that. Okay, that's an easy way to do that. If there was one thing you'd want people watching Good Morning Frederick to take away about your church now, what would that be?
Our church, Salem Community Church, is a church that is alive and is driven by the preaching of the Word of God. And the difference between us and the other churches is our people. We have the best people in the world at Salem. And I might be biased, but I really think that's true.
It's all good.
We have some great people there, and you come and you'll feel like you've been in church.
Yeah. Well, we welcome you to Frederick.
Thank you, Dee.
And we look forward to seeing you around some more. If you're looking for maybe a new place to go, I think Pastor Neil's got a lot to offer here, and Salem Community Church does as well. You can check them out. I've got the link right on screen there for you. And we appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.
Oh, thank him so much for that. Salem Community Church is available if you're interested. Mama Cone told me I forgot to read the line items for We Help You Move, our great sponsors. So I'm going to do that now because We Help You Move is a great moving company. Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make a move easy, whether it's just across the street or somewhere around the country. Contact WeHelpYouMove.com. They are veteran owned and a huge supporter of our Frederick community. And when someone online is asking, hey, do you know any movers? Please put We Help You Move. All right, coming up tomorrow, we got Barbara from Second Chances Garage to talk about that scavenger hunt. 5 minutes with Heather Fletcher, the Board of Ed write-in candidate. And Laura from Gaver Farm will join us tomorrow as well. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Let's get out there and let's be great, Frederick. Oh, well, let's be great, Frederick. I don't know how to start that. Okay, let's do it this way.